And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Good morning to you, Southeast Iowa, and wherever we're broadcasting on the internet this morning. My name is Steve Shetler, hanging out with you on the morning wake-up here on Steve Shetler Media. And stay tuned, we're going to have a special guest this morning joining us as Leanne Stutzman from the little SK Cobra Cheerleaders. Going to be coming on the line with us here soon. Let's first get a look at our forecast. As you can see there, nice forecast for the next several days. We'll have sunshine today, a high of 73, northeast winds around 5 miles per hour. So a picture-perfect day for today. Mostly clear skies tonight. We'll drop down to a low of 47. Again, just a little bit of a northeast wind. For Thursday, sunshine and a high of 78. Thursday night, mostly clear, a low of 51. And Friday, sunshine again and a high around 80. Right now, let's get a look at current conditions. We do have 53 degrees here in southeast Iowa. Humidity at 89% and winds are north under 5 miles per hour this morning. So again, currently 53 here in southeast Iowa. Again, we're going to be joined, hopefully, by Leanne Stutzman of the little SK Cheerleaders. In fact, before she comes on here, we'll give you the graphic there for Sigourney Keota cheerleading, the Little Cobra Cheer registration information, and we'll be chatting with Leanne, hopefully momentarily, here on Steve Shetler Media. Oh, where did I go? There I am. Okay. So while we await Leanne, I believe she's also going to be having some of the SK high school cheerleaders hanging out with her this morning. Let's take a look at some birthdays for today. Birthdays, celebrity birthdays. We've got Peter Cetera. If that name doesn't ring a bell, he is the lead singer of the group Chicago, or was. I think they may have split over the years. He is now 79 years old. Peter Cetera, Chicago. Whenever I think of Chicago and Peter Cetera, I always think of middle school dances, where you're awkwardly arm's length away, not quite sure whether to get too close to each other or not. Chicago, they had the slow songs back in the day. That's what I always think of. Let's see here. Totally opposite music birthdays. We go from the svelte voice of Peter Cetera and Chicago to Hello Me, Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. He has a birthday today. He is 62 years old, so happy birthday to Dave. Reality star Michelle Duggar with a birthday today, turning 57 years old. Tyler Perry, actor, producer, turns 54 years old today. Let's see here. Joe Don Rooney from Rascal Flatts. Are they still a thing? Last I knew, they had kind of gone their separate ways. Joe Don Rooney, 48 years old today. Singer Fiona Apple, 46. Actor Ben Savage from Boy Meets World, 43. And I'm probably going to say this name wrong. Is it Neil or is it Niall Horan from One Direction, 30 years old. See, I'm not cool enough, I'm not hip enough to know if it's Neil or Niall. Regardless, he's 30 years old today, so happy birthday to that little fella. Moving on here. On this date in history, it was today back in 1965, the Beatles released their song Yesterday. Again, that was 1965 for that. It was on this day in 1969, Scooby-Doo made its debut. Raggy, ruh-roh, Raggy, on CBS. Scooby-Doo back in 1969. And 1977, ABC had to attach the very first viewer discretion warning. Do you know what You know what the show that was for? 1977, very first viewer discretion warning for the show Soap back in 77. Now today, if you want to celebrate something, today is Bald is Beautiful Day. Why are you looking at me? I do have hair. The light is kind of bright. I see there's a little bit of hair there. I'm not celebrating Bald is Beautiful Day today. I'm almost there. Not quite. It's International Chocolate Day today. It's Fortune Cookie Day. It's National Peanut Day. It's Positive Thinking Day. So all those days going on today. Things you need to know. As you may have heard, if you're a sports fan at all, Aaron Rodgers out for the season. An MRI confirming that Aaron Rodgers has a torn Achilles. Now officially out for the season. What did he get? 4 plays into the season, and he's gone. Let's see here. Also, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman making history on Monday Night Football on Monday night. They surpass icons Pat Summerall and John Madden. Boom! As the longest tenured NFL broadcast team. So that seems like blasphemy. It seems like Pat and John Madden should have that record forever. But Joe Buck, Troy Aikman with the longest tenured history for football, NFL broadcast team. Speaking of football, NBC Sunday Night Football, the Cowboys-Giants matchup dominated the night, brought in 16.4 million total viewers. Other things you need to know, the Brady Bunch house has sold. Now, it didn't sell for as much as they were wanting. They were asking $5.5 million. They only got $3.2 million. But still, that Brady Bunch house has sold. I believe that out in California. Did you know, speaking of TV, The Simpsons. Do you realize that The Simpsons are now going to be heading into their 35th season? That is crazy. That'll start up with a new episode on October 1st. Aerosmith, they had to announce that they are postponing some of their Peace Out tour. Steven Tyler with some vocal issues. Detroit, Chicago, Washington, D.C. among those that have been bumped to early next year. And also, we know that Jamie Lynn Spears is going to be cast on the next season of Dancing with the Stars. All others will be announced this morning on Good Morning America. So if you're into Dancing with the Stars, be on the lookout for that information. Some food news. McDonald's fans, you might not be happy about this. Changes are coming to your local McDonald's as they're phasing out self-serve sodas. Can you believe that? I always like going back and getting a little refill before I leave, but evidently that might be coming to an end. Now, it's going to be a slow thing. It's going to be a slow change. They're going to be phasing those out over the next several years. In fact, they plan to have the last one, the self-serve sodas, out of their restaurants by 2032. So McDonald's is going to be phasing out self-serve sodas. Today's impossible question. Studies show that if you smell like this, people will find you to be more honest. What do you think? What is the answer to the impossible question? What's the smell? If Alan Sellers is watching this morning, he probably is saying to himself, it's got to be pumpkin spice. What do you think? The smell is lavender. So if you smell like lavender, people think you're more honest. So there you go. Load up on the lavender. Moving right along. Weird news. Let's get to some weird news. If I can get my fingers to work and get some of these papers out of the way. In some weird news, a waste worker in Spain, his name is Sergio. I'm not even going to attempt his last name. Sergio, did you know that he stumbled upon a couple of gold necklaces while working in the waist. Probably had some pumpkin spice wipes in there. A couple of gold necklaces found in the waist, believed to be from around 2,500 years ago. He was working on the pipes in Spain. He recognized the objects. They ended up being valuable pre-Roman artifacts. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Alan Sellers chiming in the comments. Yeah, that guy finding some very expensive and rare necklaces in the sewers. How about this? 6 ways that you're ruining your teeth. Swimming. If you swim too much, now, of course, swimming is good for your heart and your lungs, good exercise, but did you know that excessive chlorine can be very bad for your teeth? So keep that in mind. Snacking is bad for your teeth, as when you snack, you don't produce as much saliva, so your teeth aren't being cleaned naturally. So snacking. Diet soda. I am guilty on this one. I drink diet soda all the time. The acids in the diet drinks are doing harm to your teeth. Birth control pills. They are bad for your teeth, as they work by tricking your body into thinking it's pregnant, which evidently isn't good for your teeth. So keep that in mind. Your toothbrush could also be damaging your teeth. Again, I am guilty of this. My dentist had to get me to change my toothbrush and my toothbrush habits here years ago, as I was one of those people, excuse me, that I would really get in there and grind away with my toothbrush. I was a hard brusher, but your hard brushes can actually cause your gums to recede, exposing the root of the tooth. So don't brush too hard. Maybe use a softer type of toothbrush. I got the electronic kind. You put the battery and it just does the work for you. So try that out. And then finally, whitening. As excessive whitening can damage not only your teeth, but also your gums. They say it is safe, in proportions, it's safe. But if you do it too much, too excessive, the whitening is bad for your teeth. Hey, good morning, Leanne. I don't think we're on because I'm not seeing you on my end. Maybe try that again. Unfortunately, we're wanting to talk to Leanne Stutzman. Let's bring that graphic back over for SK Cheerleading. Let's see here, because a Little Cobra cheer registration is going to be going on. Of course, that's part of the homecoming activities for Sigourney Keota football. And we're hoping to get Leanne Stutzman on this morning. If not, maybe we'll make contact with her in the upcoming garage sale segment at 7:30. So we can try again then, Leanne. Some technical difficulties there for Leanne Stutzman. But maybe we'll talk to her here in just a little bit, as we'll be coming right back here in just a little bit at 7:30. Steve's Garage Sale. My buddy Neil will be coming into the studio, hanging out this morning, and we'll be selling your stuff. Let's go back to this. We'll be selling your stuff. Oh, doing the old flip there with the graphics. We want to sell your stuff this morning. You can get your stuff in to sell. Like garage sale items. Maybe you have something around the house that you want to get rid of, you're trying to sell. Maybe you've tried some of the garage sale pages or groups here on Facebook, and they're not working, but you can give it a shot here on Steve Shetler Media, as we'll have Steve's Garage Sale coming up. You can either tune in and put the information in the comments while we're on the air. You can email that information in at steveshetlermedia@gmail.com. And we will also be putting up some pictures of the items that have been sent in. So stay tuned for Steve's Garage Sale at 7:30 here in just a few minutes. Let's see here. We've also got coming up later on, we'll be having our In Remembrance video, In Remembrance of, at 8 o'clock. That'll go live. And then this evening, Be the Light Ministry with Jackie Jarms. Be the Light will take to the air at 6:30 this evening live. So tune in. Got lots coming up here on Steve Shetler Media. Thanks for tuning in on the Morning Wake Up. And again, we'll be back here very shortly with more here on Steve Shetler Media. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again here at 7:30.